Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. You'll notice I've turned my lights off because today we're talking about simplicity. My skin also looks better, right? I feel like the background lighting usually brings out the redness in my skin. But anyway, by now we are all aware of what our skin barrier is. It's just like a common phrase that everybody knows. And we know that it can be damaged and what we should be doing once it is damaged. And I kind of feel like the general advice is to, like two things: stop all actives and simplify your routine. And whilst I think those are great, I have, I don't know whether this is not impressive, but I have a lot of experience with a damaged skin barrier because of the constant products I'm trying, or say you've tried a celebrity skincare line that destroyed your skin. Not mentioning names. And whilst I agree with that you should simplify your routine and stop using certain types of actives, I do think it's important to note that there are some really amazing ingredients that can actually help speed up our skin barrier's recovery process and healing process. In today's video, sponsored by Axis Y, it's been a while, we'll be talking about their new Made For Me Biome range. A range of skincare products specifically designed to help strengthen and improve the skin barrier, the barrier function, also help repair, and also help slow down the signs of premature aging, all through proper skin nourishment and formulations. One of the key ingredients throughout this line is a special Biome blend, which we're going to discuss in a bit. But there are 4 key real benefits to this whole range, this Biome blend, that I feel are actually kind of like really good pillars in what you need to do in order to reset your skin, start from scratch, heal, repair, etc. And these are kind of 4 key pillars that I follow when I just need to start again. They are nourishment, balance, repair and strengthen, and then protect and calm. I've kind of added my own twist on them. So before we get into that, I did mention today's video is sponsored by Axis Y and their new Made For Me by Me range. This is a line of products 2 years in the making that they kind of developed through their Axis Y and Me co-development project, where over 1,000 participants from 68 different countries helped create this new line. They took part in surveys, testing their first initial formulations, helping refine the products, all up to the official launch. This resulted in 4 new amazing products that combine the importance of skincare's role in restoring your skin barrier and a luxurious experience. One of the key ingredients through this range that we're going to talk about that is in every single product is their specially developed Biome blend, which is exclusive to Axis Y. And this is to help our skin barrier basically function properly, our skin's biome. This is, I always describe this as kind of like a terrarium on your face. We have all these like little microbes and bacteria, and we need to make sure we're looking after them in order for them to protect our skin. We need to care for it. And Axis Y's exclusive blend, it contains bifidoferment lysate to help moisturize the skin, but it's also rich in essential vitamins, proteins, and minerals, and is generally known to help soothe irritated skin whilst promoting better barrier function. All things we love. I feel like barrier function, barrier repair is the key term of this year, you know. We also have a 5 probiotic complex to help brighten the skin and also offer very gentle exfoliation, very gentle. Whilst, let me check my notes while I say this, fructooligosaccharides, a prebiotic plant sugar that helps bring balance to our skin barrier. Essentially, this Biome is like an antioxidant that causes no irritation, so it's even good for the most sensitive and damaged of skin types. You'll see that when I use these products, they aren't thick, they aren't heavy. Everything I hate about skin barrier repairing products, you know, they're not thick pharmaceutical creams, they are lightweight, hydrating, plumping products that make our skin look amazing, feel amazing, and care for it at the same time. So let's take a look at my kind of like key pillars that are going to get our skin looking amazing again. Restart, restore. Let's start with balance. So this is basically improving your oil and water balance in the skin. Again, this is something I think we all know of, but if not, to put it very simply, this is basically the ideal blend or state of oil-water balance within your skin that keeps our skin barrier functioning and looking good too. It's the difference basically between dry skin and dehydrated skin, oily skin. Dehydrated skin is linked to hydration, the water content in our skin. So if your skin feels tight, looking textured and dry, but you're still getting oily skin, that could mean your skin is dehydrated and lacking water. Oil balance refers to those natural oils, that sebum, and a lack of that often leads to dry skin. Our sebum locks everything in, keeps our skin hydrated, whilst making our skin look supple and feel supple too. So if your skin looks rough, feels rough, is flaky, your moisturizer never quite cuts it, you know, then maybe your oil balance is off. So whilst you may be able to pinpoint one or the other, caring for both and making sure both is balanced is important, whatever condition your skin is in really. And of course, me being me, a really simple way to balance this out, to get that water oil balance, is through certain toners. The Biome Comforting Infused Toner from Axis Y, sponsor of today's video, is a perfect example of a toner that doesn't just hydrate but provides moisturizing ingredients too. We're looking for toners with humectants and moisturizing ingredients. This is when it's good to check an ingredient list. Don't judge it by that, but make sure you have everything that you need in there. They got their bio blend in this toner, meaning it's going to strengthen the skin barrier. We also have beet-derived prebiotics to help restore moisture to the skin. We have sodium hyaluronate, which we know is really hydrating. Butylene glycol, glycerin, again hydrating. Then we have the Saccharomyces ferment filtrate. We're getting those amino acids, which are key for our skin. Minerals, vitamins to help soothe, moisturize, and even brighten and even out the skin tone. Ceramides have also snuck their way into this, which we know is like the key building blocks of our skin barrier. Alongside dryness and tightness, irritation and redness is very likely to be a good indication of dehydrated or dry skin. And for me, a toner is a great way to soothe that down. So ingredients like we have in here, like Centella asiatica, will soothe your skin whilst calming any inflammation. And we also have mugwort in here, mugwort extract, which is really, really good at wound healing, calming and healing any actual inflammation and irritation, any damage we've done to our skin. Axis Y say you should shake this toner up before using it because it creates these nourishing bubbles that kind of help deliver everything into your skin. I love it. It's just so lightweight. Again, like what I feel a good classic toner should be. The next key pillar is nourishment, the condition of our skin and what key ingredients can we nourish our skin with. This is when I'm talking about how we don't just have to drop everything. Serums, essences are still really good to use when you have a damaged skin barrier. You just have to make sure you're using the right thing. It's like I see it like when I'm sick, like I don't have an appetite, I can't be bothered to eat, so I'll just eat like toast and maybe soup and then like go to bed. But really what I need is I need my vegetables, I need my fruit, I need my proteins, you know, you need all, like, it's like you could drop everything, but it's about having the right stuff to see you through. And that's kind of feel where my skin process is at the moment. It's not just all about dropping everything and hoping my skin recovers. It's about knowing what ingredients are going to help along the way, what potent key ingredients can help. So enter the Biome Radiating Intensified Essence. Essence and serum you'll find are kind of interchangeable throughout K-beauty, but I guess this is what we would call a serum. Of course, the Biome blend is in this product. It's in all their products. But this essence is like giving your skin a vitamin tablet. I always describe serums as that, a potent concentration of an ingredient. So we have the bifida ferment lysate and the 5 probiotic complex work in harmony with the fructooligosaccharide to keep our skin barrier in the best condition. Key ingredient here, that thing that's really going to nourish our skin, is the adenosine, an ingredient that's actually found naturally within our bodies, but it's known for its soothing, healing effects and its ability to actually restore and repair the skin barrier. As I mentioned, serums, try and find a serum with that key ingredient that's targeted to what your key concern is. Skin barrier repair, resetting, restarting our skin. So adenosine is perfect, but it's also got the ability to potentially reduce fine lines and wrinkles. And unlike other wrinkle and fine line reducing ingredients within some skincare, adenosine actually works amazingly when applied topically. So we have 73% bifida ferment lysate in here. You know I love my ferments, especially in K-beauty, which is going to help smooth the skin texture. It's very, very, very gently exfoliating, whilst also giving our skin back its natural dewy glow. You often find that irritated skin, a damaged skin barrier makes the skin look pretty dull and like, I always get like a little bit grey and I don't know why. This serum is incredibly lightweight yet super nourishing. They describe it as a velvet fluid, and that is such a nice, accurate way to kind of capture how it feels so soft yet enveloping on the skin. It's been really, really nice. The next pillar is repair and strengthen. We've discussed about barrier care and how pretty much all of this is about repairing your skin barrier, giving the ingredients it needs to kind of build itself back up. But barrier repair alone is its own key pillar, right? And for me, a moisturizer isn't only the most common way to find skin barrier repairing ingredients, but kind of like the easiest. You know, it just kind of does its job, you slap it on, it does its job. Of course, ceramides, amino acids, and fatty acids are great to help with your skin barrier. We have those, minus the ceramides. But as I mentioned, there are other ways to heal your skin barrier without thick, pharmaceutical feeling heavy creams. If you are experiencing that really horrible dehydrated skin that I get fairly often after experimenting with products, where it's like dry, it feels tight, it looks textured, but you're still oily, the last thing you want to do is put these thick, heavy creams on top of your skin. Axis Y have made this amazing, lightweight, so I like dig in there, jelly, like gel cream moisturizer. It's been the most ideal product I had to test the last month or so because it's been really hot on and off here. We've had on and off heat waves, and this has just been so lightweight yet caring and nourishing at the same time. We actually call it a plumping creamy balm, and that is spot on. So along with their exclusive 5 probiotic complex, prebiotics and bifida-ferment lysate in their Biome recharging Enriched night balm. We also have yeast-derived beta-glucan to help restore and repair the skin barrier. Another key, key K-beauty staple that I love in my skincare. We have betaine in here as well, which I love in like skin barrier repairing products because it helps retain that moisture in your skin. So the Centella Asiatica again is going to help soothe all that. An instant calming, cooling effect with this product makes it like a real joy to use, and like you want to use it when your skin's irritated. I apply this to slightly damp skin, like I do a lot of my gel creams, and you feel it like just already plump, like oh, and it feels like your skin shouldn't feel like that when it's irritated and dry and damaged. You don't expect your skin can feel so soothed and plumped and healed and hydrated. The last key pillar is protect and calm. The best thing we can do to protect our skin whilst it's irritated, whilst we get it back on track, is to use a minimal routine like we've used today. I would use a cleanser, these products. Sometimes I stay away from sunscreen and try and avoid the sun just because it can irritate my skin. But also we need to use products to protect our skin from further future irritation. And protect your skin from your own fingers, scratching, picking, rubbing. And to protect, we need to calm. So this is the 10 Panthenol supporting concentrate. Tiny, but ever so powerful. This contains 10% Panthenol, aka pro-vitamin B5, which is calming, amazingly calming and soothing. It's got anti-inflammatory properties, skin protecting abilities to concentrate on soothing your skin. Of course, we have ceramides and hyaluronic acid in here to really put your skin in like this optimal, hydrated, keep that hydration locked in, moisture retaining state. This booster really is a 3-in-1, combining soothing, moisturizing, and nourishing properties all into one product. As I mentioned, it does look tiny, but a few drops of this spread so evenly across your skin. I kind of do that, then pat it over my skin, and it really levels itself out and ensures that all areas are covered. So let's kind of sum things up. My personal technique: refresh, restart, recharge, and restore my skin. Bring balance back to your skin using moisturizing and hydrating toners. Nourish the skin using targeted actives, essences, and treatments that we know repair the skin and won't irritate. Repair and strengthen using creams, moisturizers, gel creams we know contain barrier boosting ingredients, fatty acids, ceramides, etc. And protect and calm, soothe irritation, protect it from any future picking, poking, etc. So again, thank you so much to Axis Y for sponsoring today's video. I hope this was helpful. I know there's a lot of barrier kind of protecting and repairing videos out there, but I hope this kind of summed up kind of what I look for and what I do. All products, of course, will be linked in the description box down below. You can watch some more product reviews here, some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.